Years ago, it felt like life was supposed to return back to normal. The pandemic was over, no more masks, but instead, global wars escalating, massive inflation, AI, and you hear news stories nowadays that just sound unreal. So the question is why? What if I were to tell you that this is all happening for a reason and the majority is not supposed to know why? It's all part of a bigger plan, and when it's done, life will never be the same. So let's talk about how things have been getting crazy over the years. Now, I'm starting with 2023 and beyond, but the pandemic was pretty much coming to an end. Being forced to stay at home was no longer a thing. Because of the pandemic, it indirectly created this byproduct, what I'm going to refer to as the screen addiction. And keep in mind, because of the pandemic, all we could do was stay at home. So really the only thing to do was just to go on our screen or go on social media or watch television. But again, it formed this habit. Now, with that habit, we were constantly bombarded in our news feeds, whether it be politics or let's just say debates over various subjects. It's creating division. And then from 2023, we go to 2024, election time. With the election also brought tariffs. With the tariffs, we'll just call them trade wars. Then we got to add the whole Diddy thing. Then from Diddy, UFOs. The government is saying they're going to release information on it as we are getting towards 2025 and 26. AI posing a serious threat to the job market. Then from there, this massive file dump, 3 million files of just absolute craziness. From there, we see a further escalation of war. There are just no signs of just crazy news and events ending anytime soon. Even if we try to avoid it and we go, you know what, I don't watch the news, I'm not gonna go on social media, indirectly, a friend or family member will bring it up to you what's going on out there in this world. The question is, why are we constantly being bombarded with what I'm gonna call crazy? It is deliberate, and it seems as though it is timed and even calculated. When a piece of news starts to get old or it wears out, all of a sudden there's this insert of new news that is now put into our feed. And so what we are experiencing right now with society is this vibrational shift of really just fear, anxiety, and division. So again, why is this happening? This is psychological. Did you know that when we are bombarded constantly with negativity and traumatic events, we begin to shut down? There is an actual psychological term for this, and they call it emotional numbness. Emotional numbness is also known as blunting. It is when you feel flat, shut down, or disconnected from your feelings. It's your brain's way of protecting you when you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or traumatized and unable to process what's happening to you. When you see the constant flow of negativity and news, it really is to numb us down. There is a plan in place where the middle class will either go to poor or go rich. What can we do to go higher ground? The first thing to do, if you feel that there is a screen addiction, is to break that addiction. That might be the hardest thing to do. That might mean to just leave your phone in the car, just leave it in another room to reset the mind. And that is so important. We cannot be our best when we are distracted. Number 2, believe that higher ground is possible. If you do not think that higher ground is possible and like everyone's doomed, it's game over right there. These businesses are owned by very rich people and they still need a function. They still need people to afford whatever it is that they're providing. So you have to believe that going higher ground is still possible. So number 3 is having the belief that you are capable of reaching the higher ground. It's gonna be a process. There's gonna be trial and error. But if you know finding the higher ground is non-negotiable, there's a saying, if there's a will, there's a way. Number 4 is rebuilding a sensitivity to your own inner voice. Your inner voice will begin to kick in and in a way start to communicate with you on how to move in that direction, whether that means to start something new or to get out of your comfort zone. Whatever that is, that voice starts to become a part of you and you will start to grow that voice like a muscle. So then number 5, when this inner voice begins to communicate with you, its goal will be to help you get where you want to go. It will begin to move you. Now, how do I know if it is my inner voice? 2 things that come to mind. 1, it will never put you in a position of something immoral or taking from another person. Some people may call that sin. So your inner voice can only tell you the right thing to do that is also morally sound. The second thing is you can't shrug it off. You try to ignore it, like, no, I don't think I can do that. 2 weeks later, it's like it's haunting you. That's a notion that it is your inner voice. Taking action on what to do is really a true test of faith, because what I've learned is this: a person's plan A never tends to work. I have never heard of someone who has broken through, became successful, or became a millionaire, multimillionaire, that has ever said their plan A worked. They just know that they never gave up, and every time they were charging towards the direction they know they needed to go, they got more and more to the puzzle, and eventually they broke through. We could be waiting for external change. It's only been bleeding the clock. And I believe if you see what's coming and you go, not in my timeline, odds are there's gonna be a plan in motion set for you, and that high ground for you will just be a matter of time.